Peace all. RaRe Ka Maai here of RaRe Ka Maai Mystics. Today on the 23rd of the 5th, 2018. Okay, today's planetary archetype is Mercury. Mercury is that planet of communications, how we learn, how we absorb, learn, our expressions, our thought patterns, traveling also. Now, Mercury is what rules over Virgo and Gemini. Virgo being very analytical and Gemini being very intellectual. So Mercury rules the mind. There's another term I want to use, but I'm not catching it right now. It's the mind, intellect, thoughts. Also Mercury deals with telecommunication. All the air signs do, but Mercury is rules over Gemini. So I always affiliate Gemini and Mercury close together because they have this androgynous energy. And not that Gemini is androgynous, or sort of it, because it's the only, well, it has the symbol of the twins, right, of two pillars. And it reminds me of that yin and that yang, the two polarities. And Mercury is also anciently affiliated with androgyny. Okay, but let me not go too deep there. The color therapy for today is yellow. The aromatherapy for today is lavender. And the mineral therapy is mercury. Okay, today being the 23rd of the 5th, 2018, it totals up to a 3 energy. And that 3 energy is all about creativity, how you create. You know, it being a Mercury day as well, you know, our thoughts and our expression and how we express and how we think are all very uniquely creative to us. And 3 also being a very social number, it's a great day to do some shopping if you like. I was actually supposed to do some shopping, some clothes shopping yesterday, and we didn't end up going, but today may be a better day. I thought yesterday would have been a better day because it was less warmer. Today's supposed to be a warmer day, so I would have loved to just chill in a park or something, but I might have to get some shopping done as well as. Okay, so we have the 2 and the 3 and the 5, 2018. Okay, so the 2 and the 3, the 2 being about balance, emotions, you know, the yin and the yang, and the 3 again being about creativity and bringing in that third element, social element. Together is speaking to me about creating a new paradigm in your relationships, in what you need, in areas of duality, creating something. And alongside the 5th month is creating something different that moves away from the status quo, that derails status quo, even in regards to dualities of life. And as well as long as you're moving in life, you know, that 2018 reminds us that we want to be divinely guided as we move through this life, and we want to associate ourselves with our highest vibrational relationships, you know, or partnerships. So create. Know that you are magic. 3 is that magic number. Yeah, that was the old saying that was funny to me all the time. And now, as I'm deep in numerology, I realize that, yeah, 3 is a very magical number because this is a very creative number. Okay. It's the I won't say, I was gonna say the most creative number, but it's not the most creative, I don't feel, because that number 1 is that first materialization, manifestation out of the unseen, from the 0 from the universe. But 3 is closely associated with creativity because it when you have that yin and that yang and that third energy is always said to be an etheric energy. So it's magic because magic is unseen until it's seen, materialize, you know. So let's get into the spread for today. We have positivity, Archangel Jophiel, and discipline. And positivity's affirmation is I am positive and strong. Definitely, like we have to remember to stay positive, stay light, and there's strength in that because, as we say, what is begot is beget. Say likewise, positivity begets positivity. If you want to draw in more positivity into your world, then you do more positivity, you be more positivity, you think and you play and you act and whatever, everything positivity. And that's not to get to negate the fact that we do have the polarity, but the polarity doesn't have to play out in your reality if you're putting your energy and focus on the other side of the polarity. Of course, balance is key. We have to just being aware is a balancing act right there, that there is a polarity to the positivity that you're trying to and enforce and anchor and cultivate and make that more time in your world, you know. Yeah, but positivity, we want to stay positive. Definitely we want to look at the bright side, and that yellow energy is always looking at the bright side. Whenever you see yellow, don't you feel more like bubbly and just fired up? But the flip side of the yellow, and that would be the polarity of yellow, is worry, fear, and doubt. Where the other side is is higher wisdom, is solar plexus, your chi, your power. You know. So what side of the pole do you want to be on? You know, where do you want to need just a little bit towards? Because of course, as I say, we talk about balance. We want to regain and restrain, not restrain. We don't want to restrain balance. We want to regain balance. We want to keep the balance. But we also have to be adventurous with that five teaches us and explore by tipping the scales a little at times, seeing what's out there, but always striving to be in the light, in the middle, by knowing of the dark and dealing with your dark side. That's positive in itself, It's not ignoring that there is another side to positivity. We have to stay aware, we have to stay in the now. Most importantly, be in the now. So you're not dwelling, but be in the now and choose to focus now on what's positive. And then we have discipline. And the affirmation is self-discipline brings me freedom. Yes, and that's the same with being present and being focused and being in the now. Like use your self-discipline to do that, to regroup yourself every time you find yourself straying from the now, or straying from the positivity, straying from the understanding that we are all one and we are just through different phases and stages, and straying from the fact that whatever you're going through is for a lesson and eventually a blessing. Okay? Discipline yourself to know the facts. The truth. The facts are everywhere. But the truth is what's important. That universal truth. It's not like commonly gone for misnomer or commonly believed misnomer, but the truth, the universal truth that stands alone. That isn't shapable, but at the same time still seen through different eyes, come with different perspectives. But the truth is. And we have Archangel Jophiel, affirmation is I connect with my inner wisdom, and that's where you get the truth. From that sauce pot. Yes. Knowing that you have inner wisdom, you have inner guidance. That 2018, that 11 vibration. That is conspiring for your highest good, always. And sometimes the way to get there may seem a bit like wayward, but it's the way forward for you, specifically, uniquely. You can learn it all outside of yourself, but you have a lot of it already inside. It's about just tapping. And sometimes even with that learning through outside of yourself is that tap too. to go on and be who you came to be, remembering to stay positive and light and discipline yourself within that. Because the years that were that these understandings, these things that we've been asked to be disciplined on, the understanding of changes that's needed, the cyclic change of life, the knowing that spirit's first and matter is after, and so on. Back then, there wasn't this information. Well, I say there was a period, let's say, because way back then it was very prevalent. But there was a period we're coming out of where we're in the complete polar opposite of actually, where we didn't know any of these things. All this information was back from us. It was only for certain heads, and most of us were far away from them. Now the time has come where all of this information is readily available to us. And our angels not only give us the intuitive droplets, okay, but we also are guided towards where we can find more. So know that we are source wisdom, we are source knowing, we are the source. And we can find out anything we need to by tuning in, tuning out, and then tuning back in. Underneath the deck, we have generosity, beginnings, and Archangel Michael. Archangel, and you know what? Yesterday I was thinking to myself, yeah, Michael is actually is Michael, as we commonly call it, but it's actually Michael because the I is not pronounced E. I mean, it is pronounced E in ancient ways and ways. So yeah, I've been calling it Michael for the longest because I knew that it wasn't Michael. But yeah, I do realize that it's an E because both my children have I's at the end of their names, and me coming from a Portuguese dialect, the E's and the I's are always pronounced in a funny way. And I studied linguistics as well. So yeah, all of that, and I still. But anyway, this Michael, excuse me, Archangel Michael helps us detach non-conductivity, thoughts, feelings, people, situations, and also helps us realize that we are strong. Archangel Michael is that warrior spirit. You know, it's here for the good cause. It's here for the just cause. It's here to sever ties when necessary for a more conducive way of being. Okay, it's here to protect us all. The archangels of all archangels, and Michael means one that is like God. So Archangel Michael has a lot of strength, a lot of power, and it's here to protect all humanity. So call on this energy, if you will, if you resonate with the archangels. Archangels are, they resonate with everybody. They have no religion. They have just their duty is to serve humanity. And the affirmation is, I am strong and protected by Archangel Michael. Call on this energy when you feel the need for strength and to bring out your inner warrior or warriors, And we have beginnings, and it says affirmation is, I welcome and nurture the new in my life. Yes, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. We just came out of new moon in Taurus, and we're still very much in the energy, even though I'm already looking ahead at the new full moon coming up. But yeah, new beginnings is abound. New energy is abound for you to play with, to mold. So do what you will, take heed of your intuitive guidance. What is it that you need most in your life? Or what is it that you want or desire most in your life? Because your needs will usually always be taken care of. But what do you actually really need? Sorry, what do you actually really want, or what do you desire? And that's the thing with the wants and desires, they will also be met too. But is it in your highest good? Have you taken enough time to figure that out? Is this what I'm looking for? What I'm thinking is what I want right now? Is it really going to serve me? Is it really going to serve my highest good this moment if I were to receive it in my hand? Or that's why it's important to take time and not go with the status quo, not go with the usual way of doing things, but do it different, unique to you. Create what you need to fulfill you in this duality. And then we have generosity. And the affirmation is, I am generous hearted. Always. Generosity of thyself first, always. And others naturally thereafter. Be generous to yourself, man. Take time for yourself, you know. Take time to be disciplined with yourself. Don't wait people to give you schedules and to give you structures and to give you plans. Make them for yourself, and no one has to be there clocking you. Like, clock yourself. That's a great discipline tool. Like, you know, give yourself a task and you don't have to tell nobody else about it. Just take your time and be sure and be on your own back if you don't get the things done. Be your own boss, like literally and figuratively. I'll leave that there. Okay, so for the vortex messages, we have number 5, my relationship is supposed to feel good to me, and 12, I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. And this one similarly to the one that we had yesterday in regards to, I think it was life is supposed to be good to me. Likewise, your relationships are supposed to be good, are supposed to feel good for you, to you, because life is made up of all of these relationships. Like, those relationships is what really help us build, you know. So the good, the bad, or the indifferent. And 5 is all about changes, learning the lessons to get your blessings. It's doing things differently. It's unique, you know. So what do you need to do what do you need to tap into, bring out, draw out uniquely to you that can make your relationships feel better than they do? If they don't feel good to you already, what can you do? What is it that you need to do? What is it that you need to learn about you? Well, first of all, how is your own relationship with you? And if that doesn't feel good to you, of course, don't expect anything else outside of you too. My relationships are supposed to feel good to you only if you feel good within you. So if you don't, it's a high time that we change that, flip and switch that. How do we do that? Is by being grounded, giving thanks, loving, learning, and living. Live, be free, be adventurous. That 5. Love on thyself first. Know you're an abundance of love. That 3. Balance those emotions. Realize the yin and the yang within. That 2. That 8. Realize your power, your own personal power. That 1. Cultivate and work your go-getter energy. You're unique. Zhuzh. Okay? I know that you're divinely guided. And you can always access your higher self or the archangels that are there again to help the whole of humanity. No matter your color or creed. Tarot message today. Well, let me see. Underneath the deck we have here for the vortex message. 3467 says, inspired action is always pleasurable action. Yes. That 7, spirituality, wisdom, higher wisdom, reflections. And it's knowing that, yes, your relationships are going to feel good to you. And you can attract relationships that agree with your desires by being in the now and listening to the intuitive guidance that you get and moving with that. Pleasurable, inspired action is always pleasurable actions. So if you want your relationships to feel good to you, if you want to attract your desired relationships and agreeable relationships, be in the now, be in the present moment, so you can move with the divine intuitive guidance that you're getting. This is what happens when with the twin flames. You have one energy balance, you have a second energy balance, then you get that third energy that balances the 2 and then brings balance outwardly. For tarot message, we have the Empress, Page of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. We have here feminine energy, feminine principle, fulfilled in her splendor and her glory, been working, been nurturing, been growing. And now there's an energy, a young energy, a jovial energy that is here wanting to offer this, what they see as bliss to this feminine energy. And feminine energy sitting back like, okay, this is what you got for me? Okay. And the Page of Cups is like, yeah, this is what I got. This is what I got right now, right? But I am like really wanting to build, and I'm not trying to bring this shit to your life. Okay, I'm not trying to bring you mental fuckery, mental bawdry. I'm just trying to build a steady, solid foundation that makes us both happy. That's what's going on. We have the Empress, again, feminine energy that's being offered to some emotional bliss. But both energies are kind of like going back on what was, or ruminating, not so much ruminating, I'm just thinking about, okay, it's almost like the Empress is not really thinking about this Three of Hearts, but the Page of Cups, the one that's wanting to do this offer to this Empress, is thinking about this heartbreak, heartache that could have happened in the past to the Empress, and just wanting to assure and reassure the Empress that that's not what I'm here for, that's not what I'm about. And the Empress is like, yeah, well, I mean, it'll be your loss anyways. But what the Page is trying to show the Empress that they are about is the balance. It's the building. It's the grounding. It's the bliss. It's the harmony. Okay? Because they themselves have had to walk away from like patterns that has to do with emotions. And actually the patterns were imbalanced emotions. They themselves have hurt others because of the lack of balance in their emotions, in their thoughts and their feelings. Okay, and now this Page is wanting to build with the Empress fairly, justly, walking away from, where's that part there, walking away from this Three of Swords energy, the mental daggers of the heart. Okay, the heart wrench, the warped thoughts, and move into this energy. Real solid, real stable, real grounded energy that's not here to play with their money, time, or energy. And the Page is willing to go through a death for this Empress, for themselves, because they want to be in a better footing, be in a better steed. They know that they need to make the changes, and the Empress motivates them to make those changes, transmute, transition, what's that other word? Transmute, transform, transcend, all of that. Again, to get to a better level footing, to be in a more grounded state, equal exchange of give and take, using your powers of passion and spirit, communication, wisdom, intellect, We also have Justice underneath the deck. Okay, Master the death, yeah. Because with making that transformation, making that death, moving towards the King of Pentacles, it's a just deal for you to realize what you want and going with it, going for it. And when it involves other people, though, remember they have their free will, you know. So yes, you realize the Empress. You want to move into a smitten special relationship with this Empress. You fear that there will be rejection because of past your actions and those done unto others. But you have no fear because your intent is good, it's just, you're wanting to balance, you're wanting to build, you're wanting to ground. Okay. You're wanting to walk away from unsatisfactory emotions, imbalances. Because ultimately you want to be in that King of Pentacles energy, solid, firm, and grounded. And you know the changes that need to come about. Okay. And once you do make those changes, justice is served. Your fulfillment is there. On a grander scale than you ever thought, more emotion, overload of emotional bliss and harmony, and opportunities of spiritual growth. So keep creating, keep being uniquely thyself, keep moving away from status quo, keep pushing and realizing your abundance. Romance angels, we have separation. It is safe for you to love, and codependency. Okay. In order for you to get to where you really want to get to, you have to take the time, separate yourself from others, separate yourself from things, people, situations, i.e., you know, those naysayers, those social constructs, reapers. That makes sense. I just mean people that just want to go with the paradigm, the notions of every day, like not wanting to step outside of their box, wanting to just be part of the crowd and not lead themselves. You have to separate yourself from these energies. Take time apart from your outer selves is needed for you to realize that love is all abound and it is safe for you. Okay. By first releasing your codependencies of people, things, or situation. Because this could be the one. I just got a message that you know, and wedding underneath there as well. People want to get into relationships. Definitely, there's sometimes people know that you have to do the self work first. But some of us are eluding ourselves as to what does the self work mean, what does it entail, and stuff like that. It's like, you know that, okay, you know that you're a co-creator of your reality, and life is supposed to be good to you. It's supposed to be happy, it's supposed to be fine, but you also know that you can't just live life haphazardly. You have to go with your intuitive guidance and your highest intuitive guidance, you know. And it's like, okay, so you know that smoking is an example. Smoking is makes you feel good. It's your choice and you can do that, but you know, over time it's taxing on your body. And you also know that you have the power to transmute anything and everything. So you could be like, you know, I transmute this herb to be, you know, mighty powerful for me, and that's cool and too. But in the long run, sometimes you have to take time from the things outside of yourself. You know, again, that spirit is first and matter is after. So you have to take your time, discipline yourself. We had one of the cards. Be positive about what the outcome is going to be, and move with the new beginnings. That is, you don't have to have any of these things accessible to you outside of you. You have it all in within you. Archangel Joffrey reminds us of soul's wisdom, knowing that that high that you're reaching or you're trying to reach is a natural high. That peace that you're looking for is a natural peace. You know, being generous to yourself, tying. You know, Archangel Michael can also help you tie even things. Like I said, we said things, situation, people, and things includes smoke, includes the the porn, includes the wine, includes anything that is outside of yourself that you feel you have to go to make you feel whole. And that includes people. And yes, we want to complement you. We come into this world to have relationships, but we're not here to be bound by those relationships or only focus solely on those relationships. The first and most conducive relationship to work with is the one with yourself. And then when you work with yourself so much so that you so love yourself, you so understand yourself, and you're so always readily accessing your higher self, you will draw and attract a like mind, a like body, a like energy. Otherwise, you will also attract naturally others, but is that of your highest vibration? Because we say here all the time, you can manifest whatever you want, but is it in your highest good? That's what we need to be checking for in this vibration, this five energy. Instead of just going for the fact that, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can manifest that. Yeah, you can create that. Yeah, you can get that. But why are you getting that? Is it really for you to get that? So create, create, create. Okay, check your spirit. Don't lose your soul. Send a message to you, checking what your wants and what your desires are. Your needs will always be taken care of. You have free will, so not everything that is good for you is going to be just given to you. Sometimes the not so good things will be given to you too. It's up to you to check it. Is this in my highest good or is it not? At the most, create, 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 and communicate. The motto or the quote for today is communicate clearly, clarify often, and travel frequently. Okay, have a beautiful day. Peace, love, and oneness, y'all. Blissful by Isis.